Good morning, everyone. Morning, good morning, good morning, or good day, depending on where you're from. Hello, and welcome back to another YouTube live stream. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, and welcome back. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing this week? Very excited to get back on here with you guys. This will be my last stream of 2024. So, looking to wrap up the year nice and strong. Same exact way we started the year. Getting on here, showing up for our session, completing our game plan. Continuously looking to relentlessly work and learn every single week. Reason for this being the last stream of the year is because I celebrate the holidays. So next week, being Christmas, I will be traveling to see some family. Therefore, I will not be able to stream because I will not be at my office. Holidays is a time for the family, so I would rather focus on family rather than risking in the market. Family always comes first. Then comes health, then comes finance. So, with that being said, this is going to be the last stream of 2024. Some very exciting announcements. We will go over the announcements first before getting into any information. Going to give people just another minute or two to join the stream before we get into the announcements, and while we do that, I'll say good morning to the community. If you haven't already, sub to the channel, like the video, that way you can participate with us here in general chat. Good morning, Grandma. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, HMH. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, RP. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Revolution. Good morning, Darts. Good morning, Usama. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Valentine. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Muhammad. Jason, what's up? Ahmed, what's up? Ad, what's up? Good morning, Tatiana. Good morning, Blessed. Good morning, Cash. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's week is going well. Hope everybody's day is going well. Giving people a minute to join and saying good morning to the community before we get into any of the announcements. Very exciting stuff going on this week. Trying to get the holiday spirit going. Good morning, Cookie Monster. Good morning, Ganesh. Good morning, Saju. Good morning, Uturo. Good morning, One Girl Trader. Good morning, Malcolm. Good morning, Rama. Good morning, Uday. Good morning, Tevin. Good morning, BTC Trader. Good morning, Singh. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's week is going well. Hope everybody's day is going well. Very exciting stuff going on this week. We're going to go over those announcements any second now. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Manuel. Good morning, Gaetano. Good morning, Mark. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. So, once again, we'll start to go over the announcements now. First things first, this will be the last stream of the year. So, we're wrapping up 2024 the same way we started 2024. Relentlessly looking to work and learn every single chance that we can get. Since next week is going to be the holidays, I will not be streaming next week. So we will start our live streams again in 2025. I will make sure to make any announcements regarding the live stream on Twitter. And that brings me to my first announcement. Very excited that we are running a 5 days of Christmas. Pulling up the tweet here so that you guys can see it. Here's our 5 days of Christmas. We're trying to start the holiday spirit early. We ran a giveaway for Unicorn University, which is our private Discord. That is the premium group. We ran that giveaway on Twitter. That was on Monday. Then yesterday, within the premium group, we ran a giveaway for a Series 3 license. We are looking to get our members within our community all licensed. That way they can have a deeper understanding of the futures market. That way we can provide real life opportunities for them. You know, you get these financial licenses and you can go and start a career. Right? So my goal has been and always will be to provide value every single chance I can get. I run giveaways consistently. For anybody that's been following me, you'll see that on Twitter, I've been running giveaways ever since I started the Twitter. Whether it's giveaways for the prop firm challenges, giveaways for Series 3 licenses, we're always looking to provide opportunities to other people. So, one of the lucky winners within the premium group yesterday will be able to get a chance to get their financial licenses, and we will be sponsoring them to do that. Next is today, we have a YouTube giveaway. We will be doing a giveaway for 1 free month of the premium group. We will be running that giveaway later on in the stream. You want a chance to win that giveaway? You'll have to be present at the time that we're running the giveaway. We will host that here on the YouTube live stream later on. Next will be the public Discord giveaway. That's in Ash Capital. That's our public Discord. So that will be another 1 month free premium membership. You'll have to be in the public Discord to participate in that. We will be doing that tomorrow. And our last giveaway of the week, Jimmy Trades. He'll be running a giveaway on his Twitter. Once again, another 1 month of the free, 1 month free of the premium Discord. So, looking to give back as many times as I can, trying to provide value every chance I can. We're starting the holiday spirits early, getting some giveaways going. Participate in the giveaways for a chance to win the giveaway. Now, second announcement. I will be participating in this Miami Trader Meetup. So, for any individual that's looking to meet me in person, I will be participating in this Trader Meetup. This will be January 9th and January 10th. On January 9th, we will be in Fort Lauderdale getting a workout in. So the first part of the meetup is health. And then the second part of the meetup will be wealth. So we're going to work on our health the first day in Fort Lauderdale. We'll get a good workout in. After the workout, we'll probably grab some food and do some networking. That'll be the first day of the event. The second day of the event will be a seminar. We will be hosting at a venue. I'm not going to give out the location yet. The locations for these events will only be given to the people that participate in the event. The second day, we will be at a venue, again, in Florida. We will be hosting a seminar where a lot of traders in our industry will be presenting their information. A huge opportunity to gain some education, a huge opportunity for networking, a huge opportunity for us to meet and put a face to a name. I would love to shake your hand. I would love to meet you. I would love to network. I will be there. I will be there for both of the days. So if you get a chance and you want to meet up, go to this tweet where you can see the link to the event. The tweet is on my page. So if you want to sign up, it's right there. This will be one of many events that we have planned for 2025. I'm not going to go over any of the other events. I'll wait for the announcements for them. But for anybody that's looking to participate, the link to this event is right here, and it's on my Twitter. I would love to get a chance to meet you all. Lastly, before we get into any information, we run a 2190 accountability group within our premium Discord. For anybody that's struggling with any type of discipline, anybody that's struggling with creating their model, anybody that's struggling to stick to their model, an accountability group could be highly for you. Okay, so we run a 2190 accountability group within our premium Discord. The first time we ran it, we had a huge success. A lot of people developing their business, getting funded, and reaching their payouts. A huge success when we ran it in 2024. So much so that we're going to run it again in 2025. The challenge is broken up into 3 sections. It's game planning, then trading and journaling, and progress tracking. We have all the tools that you will need for the accountability group, and they will be provided within the premium group. Participants will outline their game plan in full and as detailed as possible, going over their strategy, their how, their why. Then every single day you show up, it's important that we will be journaling each session, and all of the other members of the group will be holding you accountable for it. If you don't show up, you will hear from us. Okay, we have an entire spreadsheet that tracks all of the data. So for anybody that's looking to really solidify their business, to really gain some accountability, to really define how they will execute and why they will execute, that is what we do in the premium group. So we will be starting another 2190 in the beginning of 2025. We're going to look to start our 2025 the same way that we ran our 2024. Looking to relentlessly work and learn every single chance we can get, developing our business, and finding discipline in the process. Fall in love with the process, allow the results to be a byproduct of it. If this is something that you want to participate in, you'll have to be in the premium group, and we will be having signups for it very shortly. So, extremely exciting stuff we got going on. Great way to end 2024. I'm very excited to get into 2025 to continue working on our business, and I want to be doing it with like-minded individuals. I want to be doing it with professionals that are looking to get 1% better every single day. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. All right, thank you very much. So, some very exciting news, very exciting announcements. You'll see me showing up every single week, continuously, relentlessly working and learning every chance I can get. We're going to continue to keep adding value every chance we can get. So stay up to date with the Twitter, stay up to date with the Discord. All of the giveaways are shown there. Not going to want to miss out on those opportunities. Then the Trader Meetup. That'll be in Florida, the 9th and 10th of January. That'll be the first in-person meeting of the year. We're going to have a handful of other events throughout the year, but this is a great chance to come meet me in person, network, work on your business, and work on your health. Going to be all around great week. Then lastly, the 2190. For anybody that's seriously trying to take this business to a new level, to develop an edge, and be able to define and execute their model, you might want to think about joining the accountability group. We've seen a lot of progress with people in that group. So, some very exciting stuff coming up. Thank you for taking a moment to go over the announcements with me. Now we'll start to get into price action. And here we go. Just like every other day, it's never going to change. The game plan is the game plan for a reason. So, we will start on the economic calendar. Time has been and always will be the #1 priority of our game plan. That's why every single live stream, you always see me starting with the economic calendar. And the economic calendar explains it all for me. It's my literal roadmap to my session every single session. This is extremely clear to me. There's very few times that I do not participate. Do not participate on bank holidays. I do not participate Wednesday to Friday of non-farm payroll week. I do not participate on CPI. I do not participate on FOMC. Now let's be extremely clear so we understand the difference. FOMC statement, FOMC press conference, that's the FOMC that I'm concerned about. That is the FOMC that I do not participate in. Okay? You will also see FOMC minutes meeting. That is completely separate from what I'm talking about here. The FOMC that I don't participate in is FOMC statement, FOMC press conference. When the Fed stands up there and talks about the Fed funds rate, that is a large volatile event in the marketplace. That's the difference between a FOMC statement versus FOMC minutes meeting. FOMC minutes meeting, you will not get the same type of volatility that you will during FOMC statement. So that is exactly why I'm sitting here saying that this is the FOMC that I do not participate in. And that is why we always start on the economic calendar every single day. It is very clear to me that I will not be participating today. Okay, so I know there's going to be hundreds of people that come in here and ask if I'm trading today, and there you go. So when we're sitting on the chart reviewing price action, you already know that I will not be taking any trades. So we can sit here and learn. We can sit here and gain conviction through our concepts. We can obtain the experience that we're looking for. That does not mean that we need to press any buttons. You do not need to risk to gain conviction. You do not need to press any buttons to gain experience. At some point in your journey, you will realize that less is more. Quality over quantity. Very simple. There will be points in time that it is more efficient to save the mental capital than it is to risk. You do not need to be in a position every single day. You do not need to understand every single price fluctuation. It's very simple. During those points in time, save the mental capital. Okay? Nonetheless, Like I said, you don't need to press any buttons to gain conviction. We can still go in here and complete our game plan. Right? Our game plan has been and always will be time being the most important element, bias or draw on liquidity being the second most important element, and then entry function being the last. So we're still going to complete our model. We're still going to complete our justifications to our actions, but you just heard me. I will not be risking. Plain and simple. Risk management is the #1 priority at all times. It does not matter what's on the screen if you're not willing to risk. If you have not accepted the risk, then do not risk. Right? Today, I specifically stated I'm not risking today. So it does not matter what is on the screen. Risk management is the most important element. Still going to complete the justifications to our actions because we still need to gain conviction through experience. So, as always, we start the day on the daily chart. We're looking to see where is price currently located on the daily chart. Very clear to me this morning, price is currently located at a daily bullish FVG. Right? A daily bullish FVG gives us a bullish bias. If we're bouncing from a daily bullish FVG, then we would target the external liquidity. So we're currently looking for a internal to external move. Right? So now we've understood time by looking at the economic calendar. Now we have a bias by looking at the daily chart, understanding where price is currently located on the daily chart, which means we can go into an entry function time frame and look for an entry function that's aligned with your bias. So New York opened. At the time of New York open, we ran lower to tap into the daily bullish FVG. We have a swing low here. Right, so let's point out the institutional swing points. We have a swing low here. We have a swing high here. We have a new low here, which means the last thing we need for a bullish entry function is a new high. Right? So we are close to making a bullish entry function that is aligned with our bullish bias. So we're going to point out what would be, right? It's not yet. We're going to point out the potential breaker block. This is not a breaker block until price has closed above it. Okay, so hear me clearly. I'm not looking to confuse anybody. I'm pointing it out because I'm anticipating it. We would need confirmation. That confirmation would be a candle closure past the breaker block. So if the candle does not close up here somewhere, additionally, when it closes up there, if there is no FVG aligned with the breaker block, then you have no confirmation. And you don't enter trades before confirmation. Right? So we can sit here and point it out, but unless it's confirmed, there's nothing to even think about. Okay, so we'll sit here. We'll see if they can create the bullish entry function. If not, we'll wait until they do, because I don't counter trade my bias. I'm looking for one side of the marketplace. If they offer that side, then it's something that you can execute. If they don't, then it's a time to be patient. All right. Now that we've completed all of our announcements, now that we've completed our game plan, now we'll sit and watch to see if we get an entry function aligned with that game plan, and I will point it out if it gets confirmed. While we're sitting and waiting, please feel free to throw any questions or comments in chat, and we can start to go over them now. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, sub to the channel, like the video. That way you can participate with us here in chat. I'll start to head over to the chat now. If I missed any of your questions, feel free to just throw that question in the chat again, because it looks like there's a lot of comments here, so I'm not going to be able to scroll up. Just throw the question in chat again. Ash, for a breaker block, I see mixed videos on YouTube. Is the last closed candle, or is it the series of closed candles? Okay, so a bullish breaker. Okay, I'm going to do a bullish breaker here. First thing to understand is that a bullish breaker must have a swing low, then a swing high, then a new low, then a new high. So you must have all four of these institutional swing points. So notice I'm saying swing points. A swing low is a 3-candle pattern in which the first candle and the third candle of the pattern have higher lows than the second candle. Okay, let's look at this here. 3-candle pattern, 1, 2, 3, where the first candle and the second, where the first candle and the third candle have higher lows than the second candle. That's a swing point, right? So all four of the institutional swing points need to be present. You have to have a swing low. You have to have a swing high. You have to have a new low, then a new high. So that's the first thing. You need to have all of the institutional swing points. Second thing, a bullish breaker will always be an up closed candle. Okay? So we get a swing low, we get a swing high, we get a new low, then we get a new high. The bullish breaker is always the highest up closed candle before the leg down that took liquidity, right? So you will always find the bullish breaker in this leg of price action right here. You need the highest up closed candle before the leg down that took liquidity, right? So it's very easy to identify this one because there's only one up close candle, right? So there's really nothing to confuse here. In this leg, right, we said that you will always find it in this leg here. In this leg here, you only have one up close, so it's very easy to find the bullish breaker here. A bullish breaker will always be an up close candle. A bearish breaker will always be a down close candle. And you do the same exact thing. Swing high, swing low, new high, new low. Find the lowest down close candle in this leg here. Okay? When consequent encroachment on the daily FEG is filled, does it imply that a change of bias? I don't use consequent encroachment. So if you feel like using that, be my guest. I'm not sitting here saying that's right or wrong. I can tell you what I do. I can provide my experience in the marketplace. That is what we do here daily. But I can't sit here and say what is right or wrong, because price can and will do whatever it wants whenever it wants to. I simply get biased by understanding where price is currently located on the daily chart. If price is located above a swing high or inside of a bearish FVG on the daily chart, I have a bearish bias. If price is located below a swing low or inside of a bullish FVG, I have a bullish bias. That's it. I don't look at consequent encroachment. That does not provide any type of decision making for me. I just stated what determines bias for me. Is this model still valid when a higher time frame swing was not purged? It is lower probability if you are not basing your decisions off of higher time frame levels. So I highly suggest that anytime you use any type of model, it doesn't have to be this one, it could be any type of model. I highly suggest when using a model that you should be basing that model off of a higher time frame level. Right? Like I just pointed to a daily bullish FVG. That's a higher time frame level. And then I went in looking for this model at that location. Right? Price just tapped the daily FVG. There's your higher time frame level. Here it is here, daily FVG. And then you go down to the lower time frame. Notice how it taps into the daily FVG, and that's why I started looking for it. But it has not been confirmed yet, so it doesn't matter. There's nothing to execute. I only execute my model. And when I execute that model, I execute it from a higher time frame level. If you are not using higher time frame levels, you are going to have lower probabilities of success. What is the win rate of the strategy? A win rate is contingent upon the operator. You can give the same exact model to 100 different people and you would get 100 different results. So a win rate is contingent upon the operator. A model does not make you profitable. A model is only one piece of the puzzle. Then you have to go work on your risk management because risk management's the #1 priority. And then on top of that, you then have to go work on your psychology and your emotional intelligence. The person with the better psychology, the person with the better emotional intelligence will have a higher win rate. Because they can control their feelings, they can control their actions, and they can make clear and concise decisions. Looking back over the year and your trade journal, what is the top thing you would change, refine in your trading, and why? Stop using the 1-minute chart. The majority of my losses this past year have been on the 1-minute chart. So, although everybody always wants a position, so they go down to the lower time frame because there's more information being presented because there's more candles, I'm here to say get off the 1-minute chart. And even with that being said, that's just an opinion because if somebody else has a good win rate on the 1-minute chart, then I would say don't change something that's not broken. Right? That's just my own experience. But to answer the question, it would be get off the 1-minute chart. Have more patience. Quality over quantity. Less is more. Right? Like, you're going to get less trades on a 5-minute chart. But less trades will turn into a better win rate. It's easier to get 6 trades out of 10 correct versus getting 60 trades out of 100 correct. It's the same exact win rate, but one is harder than the other because you have to do it more of the time. But the issue there is that nobody ever submits to time. Everybody always needs it now. Everybody always has some urge to want to make money. So they go to the 1 minute chart because there's more trades available there. When the reality of the situation is more trades does not equal more profits. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say what's right or wrong, but I can continue to provide information from my own journey. So, there's some great 1 minute traders out there. That's just not my personality. I don't think doing this more often makes it any easier. This business is always hard. Even in my 7th year, it's still hard. There's nothing easy about it. Hey, Ash. Was once a member of your premium. Although I changed my entry function from the unicorn, the psychology and strict framework I learned from your forum has made all the difference. Oh, that was a very nice comment, Carl. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah, to be completely honest, I truly believe that this business is 80% mental and 20% chart. It doesn't matter what model you're using. You have to be able to control your thoughts, and your actions need to be aligned with that. You have to be in control of your emotions so that you don't break your discipline. The discipline needs to be in your risk management. The moment you break your discipline and you over risk, that's when you blow up. The only way you hold yourself back from doing that is having that emotional intelligence, having that mental intelligence. So yes, we work on mental and emotional intelligence very frequently because, in my opinion, 80% of this business is mental and emotional intelligence. Can you look at the daily bias for ES2 to compare it to NQ? So ES has definitely been the weaker pair as of recent, but ES has the same bias. ES has the same bias for a different reason. Let me point it out here, right? The location that I'm bullish is at a bullish FVG. So this is a bullish bias on NQ. The other location that I'm bullish is at swing lows, right? So notice how price swept a swing low. So both biases are the same, although they're for different reasons. I'm also bullish on ES because the last thing that price engaged with is a swing low. So bullish on both of them. Why do I always feel impulsiveness when trading ICT models? When I was trading support and resistance, I was always waiting for my levels. That's got to be an internal thing. Like, if you were able to be patient before, you can still be patient now. So I don't know what changed in the meantime, but clearly you're capable of being patient. So you can be patient if you wanted to. You just got to find that discipline again. It's not the model that's making you impatient. It's the psychology and the mental. If you were patient before, you can be patient again. Hi, Ash. Yesterday you said you always take the same contract size for your trades. Pete, please hear me clearly. That is not true. If you're referring to Apex, that is true. So just make sure you understand what I'm saying here. Apex has rules for their consistency in position sizing. So when I'm trading my Apex accounts, I use the same position sizing every single time. But I have more than just my Apex accounts. I have personal accounts. I have my funded futures accounts. So please just understand correctly. That is, I use the same contract size when I'm using my Apex accounts because of their consistency rules. Okay, that's the first thing. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to see if they confirm this. We got 10 seconds here. We might be looking at a bullish unicorn. Let's see how they close. All right, so they did not close above the breaker block. So I will continue waiting before confirming this is a bullish breaker. Okay, so we are looking at this to be a unicorn right here. Set it up. This is the position we'll watch for this morning. Once we get a result to the position, we'll likely wrap up the stream. Once again, I don't know how to be any more clear than this. This is not a confirmed entry function until we close past the breaker block. So I have outlined the breaker block with a gray box here. So if we do not get a candle closure past this breaker block, right, we need a candle closure up here. If we get a candle closure up there, then it is a confirmed entry function. Very simple. You need a stop hunt. You need an FEG to align with a breaker block. You need displacement through the breaker block. All three of those things need to be confirmed before an entry is taken. So right now, we have a stop hunt. That's the first thing. We have an FEG. That's the second thing. Now we need the third thing. If we do not get a candle closure up here, then the entry function is not confirmed. Therefore, there would not be an entry taken on this. Okay? Don't know how to make it any more clear than that. You need to confirm all of the criteria to the setup before any entry is taken. If there is no confirmation, then there is no setup. Okay? So we'll sit here and wait and watch, see if there's confirmation. It already looks weaker because they've rebalanced the FEG before giving confirmation. Right? They just rebalanced it right there. Would have liked to see it stay open, meaning the FEG. If the FEG was left open, it would look stronger than price deciding to rebalance it already. Okay, so really don't know how to make it any more clear than that. Without confirmation, there is no entry function. I told you what the confirmations are. Okay. Hi, Ash. Looking at the current PA, does price need to close above the breaker or the swing high? I literally just answered that question. I literally just answered that question. Okay, so we got another 20 seconds here. Maybe we get the candle closure this time. Whether you limit or market into this is a personal preference. All right, so we got the candle closure. So the position is now confirmed, and it would look like this. Entry from the beginning of the breaker block with a stop loss below it. Aim for 2R. Okay, so whether you market here or limit here is a personal preference. Right? Some people just want to get in because they're very impulsive. They probably got into this position already. Right? They probably just marketed in right there. Whether you market in or limit in is a personal preference. You should get that data from your prior results. Right? What do you do better executing? Limit orders or market orders? Okay? Understand thyself. The operator is what makes your win rate. So understand yourself. And you do that by gaining the data and objectively reviewing the data. I asked, do we need to close above the swing high or the breaker? I'm not answering that question again. I'm sorry, but I just don't know how to be any more clear than I am now. So I've said that 4 times already. I don't know how to make it any more clear than I am now. There's really no confusion here. Pointing to exactly what I'm looking for. Stated exactly what needs to happen. Let's see what we get from this position. My chart on the daily has a volume gap, maybe from the contract rollover. Yeah, we had a contract rollover, so if you do have a gap, that's what it's from. We need a top 50 questions for Ash. Yeah, you'd be surprised by how many of those top 50 questions are all of the same question. Are these recorded so we can review this? Yep, so all of my live streams are recorded. There are multiple different playlists on my YouTube channel. So on my YouTube channel, you can see the unicorn model playlist. That's a playlist that breaks down every piece of my model. Then, on top of that, there's then a YouTube playlist for live streams where you can see me conducting this model in real time on live stream. All of them are on the YouTube. So yes, they are recorded. Excuse me. Yes, you can find them on the YouTube for free. Hey, Vec, I don't know if you're trolling me, but if you are, we're just going to ban you. Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Hey, Ash, hope you're good. Do we need to close above the swing high or the breaker? I don't know if you're trying to troll me, but if that's the case, we're just going to ban you. You just keep asking the same question. It seems like it's on purpose because I already stated that answer 20 times this month. So stop spamming the chat. Please. So if the FEG is rebalanced before price closes above the breaker, that means the unicorn is weaker but still valid. That is correct. Yep. So this FEG here, right? We need to have an FEG aligned with the breaker block That is a must-have for one of our confirmations for our entry function. If this FVG is rebalanced before we get an entry, right? Because the entry for this entry function would have happened here at 10:05. So since this was rebalanced before the entry, it looks weaker than if this was a breakaway gap. Like if they left this FVG open, meaning they never rebalance it, that looks much stronger than this current entry function for the simple fact that this FVG was rebalanced before you got an entry. So yes, if the FVG that's aligned with the breaker block is a breakaway gap, it looks stronger. What about ES if ES hasn't rebalanced? Yeah, the information stays the same. Yep, so there's the difference there, right? Swing low, swing high, new low, new high. So yes, it's still the same information since they left this open, right? This looks like a breakaway gap, makes it look stronger than NQ. If the FVG that's aligned with the breaker block is a breakaway gap, that looks stronger than if the FVG is rebalanced. Can you explain how to check news? Yeah, go to the economic calendar that's on forexfactory.com. When you're on the economic calendar, you need to focus on red folders for the currency you're trading. Right, so I go to the Forex Factory economic calendar, and since I trade NQ and ES, those are related to the USD currency. So I'm looking at the red folders for the USD currency. Hey, Ash, your SL, usually it's below the breaker. Is your SL on this trade below the first candle that created the FVG? I mean, it's still below the breaker. It doesn't change whether you want it to be 1 or 2 points below the breaker, whether you want it to be 10 points below the breaker. No matter what, it always has to go below the breaker. Right, so if you are new to this model, then maybe give yourself a little more room, but you have to make sure you position size correctly. No matter what, the model always has a stop loss below the breaker, right? If you're trying to be overly efficient, right, and you choke up your stop like this because you want to have a larger position size, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Give your trade room to breathe. Submit to time and submit to the lower position size to give you a higher chance. Can you answer your live schedule? What does that mean? I don't even understand that question. Can you answer your live schedule? What does that mean? Quick question, Ash. Would you take this setup if you were trading? I would have rather seen this be a breakaway gap. I'd be more convinced to take this setup if this was a breakaway. No matter what, I can't do the ifs and thens because right now I don't trade FOMC. So right now I am not taking this position. There's no hypothetical here. We deal with live price action. So today's current logic and today's current understanding is that I don't trade FOMC. So I am not risking. What is the draw on liquidity? Right, there's some low resistance liquidity here. This is the draw on liquidity right here. That's the draw on liquidity. Then our understanding of the higher time frame, right? We're moving from internal to external. So this is the higher time frame draw on liquidity, new all-time highs. right? So there's multiple draws on liquidity. My streaming schedule. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, I post the schedule for each week at the beginning of every single week. So just follow along with the announcements in the Discord, and you'll get the schedule every single week. So if you have any other questions or comments, feel free to throw it in chat. We can go over them now as we're waiting and watching for a result to the position. We had a bullish bias because of the daily bullish FVG. Since we had a bullish bias, we went into the market during the opening time looking for a bullish entry function. That is what we're looking at here. We've pointed out a bullish entry function. It provided 2 entries, and we're waiting, we're being patient for the results of it. Any concern about the 1-hour bearish FVG on ES? So risk is accepted before risk is taken. You can do everything in your power to put the probabilities in your favor before the risk is taken. Once the risk is taken, meaning you've entered a position, it is then time to allow the probabilities to play out. Sit back, be patient, and wait for either your TP or your stop loss to hit. There is no reason to induce any type of emotion by continuing to analyze. Accept the risk before the risk is taken. Do all of your due diligence before the risk is taken. Once the risk is taken, allow the probabilities to play out. That is a huge stop. It must be trailed up by now. I'm sorry, but I highly disagree with that statement. If you're micro scalping and you need 5-point stop losses, 10-point stop losses, then you're probably on like a 1-second chart, a 15-second chart, a 1-minute chart. That doesn't sound like a good idea. So this is a normal stop loss. No, I'm not trailing it. I don't think that's a good idea. If you're going to trail your stop loss, you're asking to be taken out at break even. Ash, I appreciate your hard work. I'm glad I found your channel months ago when I was struggling with discipline. I wasn't looking at trading as a business and kept me from advancing to the next level. The respect that you give your business will be shown in your results. You treat this like a game, you will get game results. You are supposed to practice how you play. You are not taking your business seriously. Your results will show that. Show up to the market. Give it the respect it deserves. Otherwise, you're not going to get the results that you seek. Plain and simple. Aren't we bearish on the 4-hour? I've already obtained a bias. The bias came from the daily. The daily bullish FEG provided me with a bullish bias. I'm looking for a bullish entry function. We found a bullish entry function. Now we're waiting for the results to it. You mentioned that you don't have a specific trade size. That's incorrect. But what is your initial size? Do you ever add to it, or is it all in, all out? First of all, I never said that. Second of all, you whenever you have a drawdown, you have to at least divide it by 10, right? You can't you got to give yourself multiple chances before ever blowing up an account. That drawdown should be 1% of your total capital. Okay, so yes, I do have specific trade sizes. Yes, I do have risk management. And what I'm saying is your risk management should only be 1% of your total capital per trade, right? So what I'm saying here is if a prop firm challenge costs you $80, that $80 should be 1% of your total capital. See what I'm saying here? The money you're risking needs to be 1% or less of your total capital. Then, while risking, you have to give yourself multiple attempts. So if it took you $80 to get the prop firm challenge, that means your personal capital should be 10 times larger than that. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. If a prop firm challenge is $80, that should be 1% of your total capital. You should never risk more than 1% of your capital per trade. So you use $80, you get a prop firm challenge, and when you get a prop firm challenge, then divide your drawdown by 10 so that you have at least 10 attempts before failing a funded account or failing a challenge. So position size correctly. Do the numbers. There are calculators on here. All you have to do is plug in the calculator. Right, the buy and sell button is right up here on the top left. Click on the buy and sell button. It brings you to the position calculator. Make sure that you position size correctly to follow those rules. Looking forward to joining the premium at the start of the new year. Yep, so anybody that hasn't joined the premium yet, haven't missed anything because we have recorded everything. Every single session has been recorded. It has been uploaded to the mentorship. So whether you join now, whether you join next week, whether you join next year, every single thing has been recorded and readily available for any of the premium members. Do you move your stop loss when you're in a position? I highly suggest just taking 1 to 2 risks to reward. Either or. Either stop loss or take profit. So no, don't move your stop loss. Accept the risk before the risk is taken, then allow the probabilities to play out. So remember that strength conversation that I was talking about the breakaway gap? Notice how ES had the breakaway gap, and ES is doing a good job pushing higher versus NQ where it's still at the entry function. You see the difference in strength there? Clear difference in strength, and it's shown by the breakaway gap. So once again, if you haven't already, sub to the channel, like the video. If you're looking for any additional communication with me, I spend all of my time in the Discord. So whether you want to be in the premium Discord or the public Discord, both of the links to those Discords are in the description of this video. That is where I spend all of my other time outside of the streams. Ash, today if it was not FOMC, which setup will you choose? Well, I'd rather choose ES because of the strength. Spoke about it multiple times already. Seeing that there's a breakaway gap as the FEG that's aligned with the breaker block, that shows that this entry function on ES is stronger than the entry function on NQ for the simple fact that FEG on NQ was rebalanced before we got an entry, versus ES, where the FEG was left open as a breakaway gap. Breakaway gaps are stronger for the entry function than an FEG that's already rebalanced. Why did you not wait until FOMC? Well, maybe you missed the conversation, but I've already stated that FOMC is not a day to trade. I do not participate on FOMC. So I did not take this trade. Plain and simple. I've said it multiple times this morning. I don't see an entry function on ES. I pointed to it multiple times already. I have a swing low. Low. Swing high. New low. New high. Breaker block. FEG aligned with the breaker block. Looking at a bullish unicorn. Hence why I pointed it out. Hi Ash, how do you keep busy while a trade is running? Well, not exactly sure what you mean by that question. While a trade is running, I usually sit here and manage the trade. So, in terms of being busy, I sit here and watch the trade to see if it works. So once again, notice how ES is doing a good job pushing higher. I wouldn't be surprised if this is closing in on 2R here. Right, we enter at the beginning of the breaker block. Stop loss below it. Almost there already. So the long on ES is almost at 2R already. That's where we would be taking profit at 2R. Goes to show the strength versus NQ, where it's still at the location of that. Yeah, Rick, I don't know if you're looking at some different chart, but that's wrong. You're wrong in saying the 915 candle and the 920 candle have the same high. Right? Very clear that the 910 candle has a lower high than the 915 candle, just like how the 920 candle has a lower high than the 915 candle. This is, in fact, swing high. Swing high, by definition, a 3-candle pattern where the first candle and the third candle have lower highs compared to the second candle. All right, so unless you're looking at MES, maybe you're looking at the micros and not the minis. So just make sure finding. Right, I'm on ES. I'm not on the micros. ES does in fact have a swing high. Yep, this is the continuous as well. So we're on the continuous contract. We're looking at ES. We're pointing to a swing high. This is what the position looks like. Maybe you guys don't have balance adjust on. That could be the other thing. Balance adjust down here on the bottom right. Adjust for contract changes. So. Hey Ash, when you say you manage the trade, what do you mean? I make sure that my orders get filled. Right? I leave the stop loss at the location of the stop loss. I leave the TP at the location of the TP. And when the trade is occurring, I make sure the orders get filled. Right? The last thing you want is for a position to go to 2R and then your orders don't get filled and then you get stopped out. So in terms of managing the position, I make sure orders are being executed. The higher time frame point of interest that we're trading off of is the daily chart. The daily swept a swing low on ES. Swing low, swept. That's the higher time frame level. And then on NQ, it's a daily bullish FVG. So here's the bullish FVG. And if you go down to the lower time frame, you can see that price bounces off of the daily bullish FVG. Right? So there's your higher time frame point of interest. I really don't know where the confusion is here this morning. I'm answering your guys' questions and you're asking me the same questions. Is the hour one FVG your point of interest to look for a unicorn? Literally just said the higher time frame points of interest. Just pointed to them. Ash, hey, what's the higher time? What's the hour one PD array you're using to trade off of? Guys and girls. I don't know. I don't know how else to be more clear and concise. Bro, you're reading the chat late? No, I mean, when the question comes across, I read the question. Within 3 minutes, 3 people asked the same exact question. What is the higher time frame point of interest? All right, well, there's your 2R. Remember that conversation I said about the breakaway gap being the stronger entry function? Yeah, it does really feel like you guys are trolling me for some reason. Remember the conversation where I said the breakaway gap will be the stronger entry function? Here's your proof, right? I'm providing the logic in real time, and we just got a result to it. right? So now let's go look at NQ. Would you look at that? NQ is still dealing with the entry function, while ES went to the target. See the difference? See the difference in a breakaway gap versus an FEG that's already rebalanced? And so now that we've obtained a game plan, right? We started the day saying that we were bullish because of what happened on the daily chart. Then during New York Open, we went and looked for a bullish entry function. We explained that the entry function that has the breakaway gap will be the stronger entry function. Now looking at the results to the information, all of the information was in fact correct. We had the right bias. Then during New York Open, we had an entry function aligning with that bias. And we pointed to the fact that the breakaway gap will be the stronger entry function, and you just got a result to it. The entry function that had the breakaway gap went to plus 2R versus the entry function that did not have the breakaway gap is still sitting right next to break even. Right, so now that a game plan was created, now that the game plan was executed, now that we got a result to the game plan, this is where you'd finish your day. Create a game plan, execute the game plan. Once you get a result to it, be done for the day. That's where you move to journaling all of the information that you've just completed. No matter whether you're red or green from that information, you go work on your health, you go work on other businesses, and then come back at a later point in time to review that documentation. That is literally the definition to day trading. That is the definition to this model. You show up, you understand time because time is the most important element. Then you obtain a bias. Once you've obtained a bias, then you go in during your hunting hours looking for an entry function, a unicorn, aligned with that bias. And we've provided all of that logic here in real time as it was happening. So now that we got a result to ES, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Before we wrap up the stream, I'm very excited to go back to the giveaway. In the beginning of the stream, I explained that we will be doing a giveaway here on stream. So let's run the giveaway. Please do not spam the chat. All we need is one comment. If you want to participate in the giveaway, type a comment in chat. The comment needs to be the word Christmas. So just one comment, please. Don't spam the chat. The one comment needs to be the word Christmas. Comment with the word Christmas to enter the giveaway. I'll give you guys some time to enter your comments. After a few moments or a few minutes, we will then run the giveaway. The giveaway that we're running is for a free month in the premium Discord. So, to enter the giveaway, you have to be present here on chat, and you have to enter into the chat the comment Christmas. Please only enter it once. We'll give a few minutes for people to enter that comment, and then we will draw Going to take another sip of coffee while I give you guys some time to enter the giveaway. Alrighty. We'll give it about 30 more seconds and then we're going to run the giveaway. So, last chance. We are running a giveaway for 1 free month of the premium group. To enter the giveaway, type Christmas into chat. We'll give about another 30 seconds and then we are going to draw a winner using a random name generator to pick a winner. All right, last couple seconds and we're going to draw the winner. And we have a Maurice J. Is Maurice here? Maurice is the winner of the giveaway. Please stop spamming Christmas. We are waiting to see if Maurice is here. If Maurice is here to claim the giveaway, we have a giveaway winner. Awesome. Congratulations, Maurice. Don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Very glad that you won the giveaway. If you could please DM me, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Discord, please DM me to claim the prize. Congratulations and Merry Christmas. So, that is going to be it for today. Another phenomenal stream. We were able to create a game plan. We were able to execute the game plan. And we got a result to it. Amazing job pointing to the bullish bias this morning. Phenomenal job pointing to the bullish entry function. For anybody that was watching us execute our model, you're looking at +2R on the day. Amazing job, everyone. I just want to say thank you to every single person that continues to show up every single week. I'm truly grateful for the entire community. Being around other like-minded professionals, people that continuously work and learn, people that continuously build their business and show up to gain experience every single week. It's truly inspiring. It really provides so much motivation to continue to complete our business. That's what we're going to continue to do in 2025. Just want to make sure that I say happy holidays. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the year. The next time that we will be going live is in 2025. There will not be a live stream next week because I will be with family celebrating the holidays. Until next year, thank you once again. I will see you all in 2025.